There is an AI gun sensing company out there called Evolv Technologies. I've been researching them for a while, so let's go ahead and talk about them, Wolverines. Happy Halloween, Wolverines! Unless you're the CEO of Evolv Technologies, or should I say former CEO of Evolv Technologies, then it's probably a pretty crappy day for you because he got fired today. We'll get into that in a second, but my name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist and I investigate different things in the gun space, including technologies used to detect firearms, such as Evolv. Evolv is a weapon scanner, and we're going to get into all that in a second. But before we do that, this is John Crump News, and I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Evolv and what they are. Evolv is a system that is used in a lot of hospitals, and it was beta tested in the New York subway system, and it is a weapon scanner that uses AI technology. Basically, what it is two big posts that uses LiDAR to detect firearms, or supposed to detect firearms, but it really doesn't work at all. Like when I say it doesn't work at all, I'm talking about it really does not work at all. One of my friends, Aiden Johnston, said that you can tape a box onto the side of a wall and say it's a weapon scanner and sell it for millions. And it looks like Evolv might have just done that, allegedly. Over the past month, the Evolv system was installed in the New York subway system to detect firearms and knives. And it did detect 118 guns and 12 knives. Those 12 knives were all open carried and they were all carried legally. Of the 118 guns that were detected, none were actually guns. You see, the system did not detect a single concealed weapon. You might be asking, then what did it detect? The system has problems with misidentification. If you have an iPad, the system might think it's a cylinder of a revolver. That actually happens. That's one of the known issues with the Evolv system. It thinks iPads are cylinders of a revolver. Not really sure how it thinks that or why it thinks that, but it does. An iPad looks nothing like a cylinder of a revolver, so why does it detect that is a cylinder of a revolver? So, since zero guns were found and zero concealed weapons were found, only 12 illegally carried open carried knives for like construction workers and stuff like that were found. It brings up the question, is New York 100% compliant with gun laws, or is the system flawed? Well, we have some data, and I can tell you right now that I believe that the system is flawed. The system has been used in a bunch of hospitals for the past 3 years, almost 3 years, and it has not detected a single illegal firearm. The only firearms it detected were open carry firearms by police. So, concealed weapons, it doesn't detect at all. There's not a single case of a concealed weapon being detected by the system in the past 3 years. Yet, this company is making millions and millions of dollars on the backs of the people. So, how do they get the New York contract to do the subway stations if this system doesn't work? Now, we're going to get into a little bit of shady dealings here. There is a department in New York that's an internal watchdog that looks at contracts and stuff. And they are investigating Mayor Eric Adams' office with the dealings of Evolv Technologies. They believe that some improprieties went on and the system was not vetted, and there were some backroom dealings to get the system in the subway stations. That is not good. Eric Adams is being investigated for a bunch of different things right now. This is just another one of them. Also, that's not the only people that are investigating Evolv. The SEC is investigating Evolv because they misrepresented their profits 2 years in a row. One year they said they made $4 million more than what they made, and the next year they said they made $6 million more than what they made. So the SEC is investigating those dealings. Plus, there's a bunch of shady deals that were going on in the background. There is so much shady stuff going on with this company. The board of directors took the extraordinary step of firing the CEO, Peter George. Michael Ellenbachen, who was one of the founding members of the company, is stepping into the role of interim CEO until they can find a replacement. He will be getting a raise, a significant raise. He'll be getting an extra $25,000 a month for acting as interim CEO, and that will probably continue after they find a CEO to replace him. There has been a lot of concern over this company. In fact, NYCLU and the Legal Aid Society have threatened to sue New York if they continued using the system because they said it violates the Fourth Amendment rights of New Yorkers, mostly because the system has shown to not work at all. The systems are now out of the NYC subway stations, so I don't expect to see a lawsuit. But it's interesting that two left leaning groups saw that there's an issue with the system and threatened to sue over it. The stock prices for Evolv has drastically dropped. Since Friday, the stock prices are down 40%. The company is on fire. Whether it survives or not, I don't know, but they're going to have to do a lot of damage control because the shady dealings, the overstatement of profits, and the fact that the system just doesn't work. We'll see what happens to the company, but these companies tend to fail up for some reason. The system is still in use in a bunch of hospitals, even though it doesn't work, and the cost of medical treatments are skyrocketing. If they drop the system, that will save them several million dollars a year, and maybe they can cut health costs. I don't know. That's just my idea. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what I do here, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this system. I'll be curious to read your comments. And with that, we are out of here. Happy Halloween. Stay ever vigilant, stay ever free. Keep in the fight. I am out of here. Wolverines MFers.